Checky. Hey. All right. Wait if I hear the beep. When you hear the beep, it is time to creep. Let's go. What's up, everyone? Give me one moment. I am getting set the on up. Hope everyone is well. I'm gonna wait for everybody to get on in, y'all. See, one person's ready on. What's up? Give me one moment. Just getting the link address into the Discord. Boom. All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Toxic Hustle, CryptoPlunder. This is ToxicThoughts. This is me planning out my strategies for the business in real time, where you get to see how I'm playing the markets, what I'm seeing in the market, and how it is affecting the business. Give me one moment. I'm still fixing one little thing. All right, that's good. All right, so hope everyone is well. I know the market looks like crap. Let's go ahead and just look at that first. Let's hit refresh on this. Yeah, so we're in a sea of red, but let's see. You know, on the chart yesterday, if you watched the video yesterday, you saw I called another shot, right? So I said that we are going to be seeing another dip, a significant one right around here. So that's going to be around right after 4th of July weekend. We are now playing on that 28, 29 line like I told you we were going to go. Didn't I say right around here we're going to be looking for a significant drop, right? That was June 9th for the June 19th. I said we're looking for a drop around there. That brought us down to here at this. We're playing off this 28 line like I said we were going to. See how it plays, right? And I've been calling 28. I said that would be the last of the lines that needed to be filled out. I said they might be able to shake us down to this line. China helped make it happen. See, the game and the manipulation is on a level that we have never been able to really see. This is us getting to see how they manipulate markets in real time. How we can look at the news, and if we can, put all enough dots out in the atmosphere, you get to kind of see the picture of how the manipulation is playing out. Thankfully, this season, I've got enough software at our disposal for us to be able to see how they're manipulating the dots on the back end, how they're manipulating it with the news, and then how we can make our plays, because we're not playing crypto, we're playing businesses. Well, they're playing BS, right? They're thinking they're still trying to play this as if this is gold, silver, platinum, palladium, all that crap. And that's not what this is. This is software. This is Microsoft, Apple, Google, Lucent, Oracle. This is all the same. The same needs for the old internet world are just replaying themselves in a decentralized way. We're going away from centralization to decentralization. So everything that was centralized now needs to be decentralized. And since it needs to be decentralized, we now need to put these new businesses in place to make that happen. The first thing was, let's make a new database, right? That's what Bitcoin is. It's a financial database. The original internet is I send a text file to you, you can send a text file to somebody else. Or if I send an image to you or a JPEG or whatever to you, you can send that to somebody else. That doesn't work with dollars. Bitcoin is a first of its kind self-replicating server that pays its IT professionals to keep the network up in a decentralized, autonomous manner. Nothing in history has ever done that. Give you a job for maintaining hardware. And that's what this internet tech is now. This new level of internet tech, this blockchain tech, is now decentralizing the infrastructure for how we run businesses, for how software is going to launch, for how we even are going to make money in the future, because we're going into a digital age, a full-fledged digital age. We're coming out of it. We think we're in one, but most of our businesses were still analog. Our government was still running on paper, right? They're so behind, they're getting hacked left and right, right? All governments are getting hacked left and right because nobody knows how to maintain their computers because none of them were hackers. So what we have to now understand is if they're manipulating the market, how do we play into the manipulation and play out of it? I've been saying this is in a season of accumulation, and when it would come down here, I would have some money to the side. I said this last week, didn't I? To have some money to the side. When it makes this play down here, it's going to pull everything down. I'm not looking for Bitcoin at this point. I mean, I got my Bitcoin up here. No. Now that it's pulled the market down, I'm looking for all the sideline plays. So if you are somebody that thinks that Cardano will be the next Ethereum, and if you think that you would love to get it a little bit cheaper, I would be looking at it now. If you thought that you should get some other things cheap, I'd be looking at it now. Can they pull it down even further? Is going to be a serious conversation. I don't know if they can. I think that we're at the level that they can pull this down to is 28. I think we may, if they even break this, we would have to break all the way to 19,000. That would be obscene. Like, that would be the most obscene drop. And I have to also, you know what? Let's go ahead and mark this. So I'm going to also mark since I already marked the drop, let's go ahead and go back to 2017. Let's mark when it's going to run up. So this way we plan our trades and we trade our plans. We don't go on hopium. All right, so I'm going to go back to 2017. Since we planned when the drop was going to go, let's plan for when this rocket ship's going to start launching. This way we know. At least we'll know what's going on, right? So right here, we said this is our June dip we were expecting, right? And then we've got the beginning of a run up here. So that's going to be July. All right, so let's look at this one. So we're going to have two major run ups. Let me crunch down a little bit. Okay, so it's 2017. So the first run up is going to be here from July till we get to this point and around August. Then we're going to have another significant dip, and it's going to be right at the base of September all the way up until till about November before we get that dip. Then that last little bit of a run up. Like I said, end of November, first week December, I'm out, right? That's why we kept doing that mantra. So let's take the first step. July is dipping here. And then so around July 16th, we're going to have that run up here. So July 16th. So June 10th and 12th. And then a July dip. July 16th, week of July 16th, we expect a run up. All right, so let's zoom back out. Let's scroll on up. And let's look at this chart again. And then we said right around here should be about the run up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and clone this one. We're going to turn it into a crazy fluorescent green. There we go. And we'll say right around, it's 16th, right? So right around here. Okay, put it in the weeks. Okay, hold on. Let me do this differently. I want to put it on weeks. I had it on days. I should have had it on weeks. Give me 1 second. Let me look at the weeks again. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Love you, baby. Gotta give love to the ladies. All right. Here we go. March. Okay, here we go. We can see it better here, right? So June. We're June 22nd, right? So we said right around here, 19th, 26th. So right around here, we'd be having a significant drop. We did have the drop. It came a little later, right? So the 19th. Okay. And then we're going to have the first run up right here, July 17. July 17. Drop September 4th. And bump up September 18th. Okay. So we got a run up July 17th. Crash September 17th, a month later. And the run up back on September 17th. Oh, wait, that's September. All right, well, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Jeez. 24 of July. 24 of July. 10 July. Run up 17 July. Drop 4 September. Pop 25th of September. Drop. Pop. All right. All right, let's crunch this up. Let's look at this thing then, right? Let's look at thing. All right, so then we have a, all right, let's drop this here. So now I can put a pop. So June 21st. Week of June 4, week of the 4th or the 12th. There. Okay, I have a drip right there, right? And then I'm going to have a bump right around here. I'm going to move this up here. Let's move this up here. All right, so we've got the drip coming here and then a subsequent bump coming right behind it. So now this is our last bit of danger zone, and we have to see whether or not within the next few weeks they want to, if they can breach it. This has been sitting. This actually could be the last fill out we're looking for. All right, this could actually be the last fill out. So I'm gonna have this as the another subsequent dip in this zone and a rip that's gonna come up, and then we know we're gonna have another dip. So let's look at that one more time. There we go. June, July 17. It rises up until September 4th. So it's September, week of September 4th, first week of September, last week of September up. So first down, last rip up. All right. So then we're looking for first week of September, right? We've got a, oops. Okay, so we will take this out over here. Let's zoom this in so I can do this and grab this one. There we go. I'll just do this and delete it. Okay, so let's see. First week of September is going to be right here, right? And then and then the fourth week of September will be here. All right, so that is the play out for, so we're going to have the dip, right? Then we're going to have another one. And then we're going to have this subsequent rip up right around here. So that is what we're currently thinking as our plays. Right? That's our current strategy for how we're going to be playing out the market. And then again, let's go ahead and, you know what? No, I want to finish it off. Let's finish it off. Let's finish off the year. All right? I want to know when is the next, so this way we can kind of plot these dips again, right? So we know there's the September dip, then the last week we've got a rip up. The first week of November, there's going to be a potential dip, but it'll be a rip. So, okay, so and then we're looking at we're looking at the December 18th. December 18th, so that will be at the, what, third week of December? Hold on. First week, second week, third week of December. Third week of December is the drop, right? So we've got first week of November, third week of December. First week of November, third week of December, right? First week of November, first week of November, last week of, last week of the third week of December. That'll be the 20th this time. All right. So here are our plays that we've mapped out. I'm going to take this and just put a note so that we have all these shots having been called today, June 22nd. So this is June 22nd. Shots called till December. Right, and then I'll fill out what those actual dates and all that stuff are in there, but I just want to at least have these shots called from here, from here, basically on, so that we know basically. So we know when, right about when, we're going to get some stupidity so that you can, so now y'all can see this. Just so y'all can see this, because this is the insanity of this stupidity. Like, this is me basically lining up seasons of Bitcoin still, right? Like how I've been doing it here. But now I'm just kind of calling certain things before they happen. I'm just saying, okay, well, this is significantly where we're going to have a dip and a rip and a dip and a rip and a dip and a rip till the end of the year. And then it's going to be the significant dip. Oh, we said, yep, here, December 13th, December 20th. Oh, wrong way. November. This is a actual, oops, wrong one. This is the other dip in December. Right. Yeah, right there. These are my dips. There'll be rips, but these are the dips. I know I gotta be out before this time. And then after that, the market's pretty much over after that. So this is what we saw from these. I'm putting these out. This was the first one I called where I said this one, you go in the video back last week. I called this dip last week. I said we're going to get ready to go into a dip. I'm calling the one that there's going to be another one in this region. I don't know exactly when, but it played out somewhere around this timeline of the 12th of July, right after the 4th of July. See, 4th of July is here. And right after it, we had a significant drop. Now, I don't know if they're playing that drop out now and this drop won't be necessary. And then we'll have the rip on the 19th. That could be the play. Like, here is the line, the most significant line I think we should have gotten to. We're there. And because we've gotten to this significant line and we may have peeked through it, we're not tapping it to go out. We're only tapping it to keep going. So I think we are pretty much at this right here. We only have this much time before the rip happens. And yes, this is weeks though. This is the only problem is this is how many more weeks they've got to play. They've got 1, 2, 3 more weeks. And then and then the 4th week. So you really want 1, 2, 3. We're not gonna it's gonna be a month before we get the rip. So they still got a month to play. That's a lot of time. Can they pull us all the way down here in a month? I don't know, homie. I don't think so. I don't think they even want it that low. I don't know. I don't think they need it. Honestly, I don't think they need it. I think with China doing what they're doing now, the news is too much for that crap to pull it down to all the way here. We would need something catastrophic to bring us down here, and I don't think we're going to get that. So I'm going to say they'll keep playing us sideways. Then we'll have our rips, and of course we'll have our dips. So just know we've got 2 more major rips getting ready to happen, and those rips will put us where we need to be. We're going to see if these things play out. And if it does, y'all need to tell everybody that we got this thing. And then we just got 2 more years to play this thing out. Because it's going to be boring for 2 years. But not for us, because we got development, we got work to do. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and look at the power, right? Let's get that done. Look at that. Boom. Power is going to drop. Power is going to keep dropping. We're probably going to get power back to November numbers. See? Notice what they're doing, where they're getting us back to. All right. Please remember that this is the effect of this brings not only difficulty rates back down, this also brings the amount per coin back down because the hash rate is the power. Because when I tell you that power is reflected in Bitcoin's price, it is how much computing power is running. As we get more hashes, that means more machines are on the network. This thing keeps going. It goes up higher. So how you can manipulate the market is all you have to do is get the power to turn down. How do I get the power turned down? How can I systematically get the power turned down? Then oh gosh, I forgot his name. Hold on, his name is I listen to him on a regular, and I don't know why I cannot remember. The Modern Investor, right? The Modern Investor, I listened to him, and he had said something in his video today, and it triggered me, where I was like, wait. I think I get this. Okay, let's play a little, just maybe, right? Let's play the game of just maybe. The United States knows it no longer really has any effect or control on the world. Just maybe. You know, since they don't control oil, and they're not in control of resources like China and Russia are in the African regions of gold and diamonds and things of that nature. Um, just maybe, since they don't have any real assets, they're off the gold standard, petrodollars is not as strong or not as good to have anymore, and all these countries are switching off of it. So, and then you got Bitcoin, right? And then Bitcoin gets better than any asset out there. Then all of a sudden, you hear digital coin, right? Now, I think China's made one of the biggest mistakes that they could have made was getting out of the hash rate of Bitcoin on their own shores. In doing that, they've now given the United States the option to now take over mining one of the world's greatest assets and hence controlling the hash rate. Remember, Elon Musk just made a statement that if 50% of Bitcoin's energy was quote unquote green, he would make a significant change in his stance on Bitcoin. Just as he makes that thing, China starts throwing out all their miners. China decides to go into the digital yuan, scrapping all that other stuff. And what ends up happening is America is now getting all the miners potentially coming back to their shores. Hence why I picked this picture. Now, I got to talk to some fam yesterday. Shout out JR. Got to talk to him, and we had a conversation. And Texas is getting a lot of build out for energy, right? So think about it. What did we talk about? Did we not talk about the fact that 73,000 miners were getting ready to be brought to Texas? Right? Whole big mining facility with no miners yet. And I kept thinking, how are they going to get their hands on 73,000 miners? All of a sudden, China gives us the exodus of all the miners. So, I don't know who's playing this game, how this game is getting played. I just know that this is a very interesting situation. And it also puts all of us in cryptocurrencies in a better state in time. This needs to happen. Like I said, my first season, China got to starting their FUD, and it just gets so annoying. And if they don't want to be in the market, cool. Get out. Like, we've got to understand that this is all these miners. These are people that were mining in their homes. These are people that had secret miners. These are like them shutting down the banks. They're trying to shake out their own citizenship from earning money for themselves. Because, it's a class system heavy over there. Corruption's heavy. So, to try to get out of a certain class, it takes a lot. But if you could just mine your way out of it, yeah, see, no. Power to the people is not something that every culture wants to see. Because if your people actually start doing better than what would be considered the controlling hierarchy, well, that cannot happen, right? Because they're so important. No, they're not. Look, I don't even give a damn if it's my own damn bloodline. I believe that you're supposed to, just like any business, you're supposed to promote from within. That's what I believe. I believe you're supposed to promote from within. I believe you're supposed to raise your people up from within. If you don't do that, then what citizenship do you have? What economy do you have? What growth for your nation do you have? We think nobody has no nation thoughts no more. Not really. We don't care about how we're treated as people. We say we do, but then we don't want to strive to deliver a better situation if we are in control of things. We don't want to see the work we've got to do. We just want to find the shortcut to get around the hardest work. The hardest work is economy in a digital age, with automation eating up every sector. Fam's in the construction business, and now robots are doing that. People don't even want to work on the construction sites anymore, but you're not going to have to. And I saw some news this morning, because I had to get up early. Saw some news this morning. I did save a few things that I saw in the news, but we're in a transition with our economy. This transition of our economy means we have to be serious about the lack we currently are faced with. A lack of employment, a lack of business opportunities, old school business opportunities, and a lack of new technology that can pivot past it. There are new technologies, but it's the one technology they're trying to make sure we're all scared of. Blockchain. Ask yourself, what other technology out there that's going to be in the biggest hiring spree in the next 3 to 5 years? What other industry is in a hiring spree that they're trying to scare you out of? See, that's the bobo. And it's the same thing that happened with the internet. I did this already. Been here. Fear factor. We already know the fear greed index. We already know where we're at. Hyper fear. Everybody's out. Be greedy when people are fearful. Be fearful when people are greedy. That's why this index is here. So we already know it's a fear index because we can see how the market is. We can see how everything's dipping as far as the total market cap. Bitcoin is getting its dominance. It is gaining in its dominance. It's dipping. Everything's dipping a little bit. Let's go ahead and see how the manipulator is manipulating, because I don't even, it's just one person playing this manipulation game at this point. It's flatline still, see? See how they're playing it out? Today's the 22nd. The last date we've got is the 21st. That was yesterday. We are always one day behind in our chart. And we have the master manipulator had gone ahead and started doing his Bart Simpson before he triggered down. And I said that when he goes down, he's triggering the sell side of the market. Then he came back up, made sure that he could do some plays that were going to show up here, right around this timeline over here, and then signaled back down on Tuesday of last week and held it. And I said, we're going to be going through a depressed market for a bit. Right? What happened? We started. That proves that the manipulation from this top end guy is beginning to play, is playing the market right. Then all of a sudden we started noticing something with the 1K wallets. Very slight, but right in that time zone, like I told you about, Piccolo started, this little thing started playing. Right? We got the beginnings of a bit of manipulation. Accumulation to manipulate it back down. They signaled back down. So we still pulling it down, right? These wallets are all together. They all swim together. These four are being controlled. So then you go to 100 market. Silently accumulating again. That means the 100 ones they're flatlining. These are accumulating. So we've got silent accumulation again, right? Silent accumulation. We've got some accumulation in the 10 wallets. And then the weaker wallets are going to be the younger wallets. We've still got some accumulation to the I want 1 Bitcoin zone, right? And then we've got people jumping in. All right, 0.01s and let's have the 0.1s. Okay, see, everybody else is buying Bitcoin. These three wallets are holding the market down, plus the news of what's going on in China is helping the rest of the situation. So they can silently accumulate while they let the news do its thing. It's like a 1-2 punch. 1-2, 1-2. So we know hold the market down, right? 1K. Yep, down. 10K wallets, still down. 100 Bitcoin, silently accumulating. 10 Bitcoin, still holding. 1 Bitcoin, still accumulating. 0.01, still accumulating. 0.01, still accumulating. So we have, as of yesterday, a bunch of accumulations. I know we're going to have drops tomorrow because these hands are already going to be shaken out. So look, we'll just call it. Tomorrow, when we look at the chart, which will be tomorrow's Wednesday, I will be doing the chart, early. I may do the charts early. Hold on. Let me check real quick. Just gotta check my calendar and see when I'm going to do tomorrow's chart. Yes, I'm gonna do tomorrow's chart. No. I'm going to do tomorrow's charts later. So yeah, we're gonna play tomorrow's charts later. So you'll see by tomorrow afternoon, I'll show you the charts that it's gonna be, the market would have dropped down. Let's see, addresses with non-zero balances going up. So everybody else is slightly accumulating, but of course I know fear is gonna pull the market down, and we know we're expecting it's playing where it's playing. I don't need to look at CoinGecko, we already saw that. Let's look at some of the news. 36 in, not bad. Let's see. Swiss bank Ducaspi launches Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin CFD. What is that? CFD contract, CFD trading, CFD fiat, client demand, crypto financial. What is a CFD? Contract for, latest contract for difference broker. Contract for difference. Okay, that's what that means. All right, cool. Contract for difference. Don't know what that means. Another product getting ready to roll out, crypto product. So what does that mean? More crypto products. Automated market makers are dead. AMMs, right? We've been talking about DeFi. And I told you about how when it comes to my robots, I like my robots way better than the current DeFi market as a whole. It's just me. I'm opening up my robots right now. I don't know why I didn't open it today, but I'm just opening the robots now and sliding them over. So when the market goes bonkers, right, like it is right now, I've only got one thing that's fallen out. Well, no, I've got a few things, older things that have fallen out of range that I got to fix today, right? But for the most part, you see what's going on, right? You see how much revenue has been generated. I've got to move these to move them down because they've dropped some, but I'll keep trading on these. Go ahead and turn these off so I can actually do that in a bit, because I'm going to get back into these on lower positions. Right? So you've got to, in this one too. You can see that even with me turning off all that, we're still at 8%. And now my oldest robot's 20 days old. So you've got to see that this for me is a way better strategy long term to earn, right? And then if I pull up, let me open up, I need an incognito. I need my bot, right? We're going to look at the medium risk portfolio bot, right? Not the classroom bot, because there's not enough cash in there to really care about right now. I just leave it alone and just let it trade long term. right? We've got a few that have dropped out of, okay, hold on, let me drag this over. We've got a few that have dropped out of range here. So I'm going to go ahead and close those two. 5%, all right? We're going to lose some percentages. You see it's 5% that we've earned. So I'm going to just close these out and see what's left after we close these bots. So while the market's going stupid, right? Right now in portfolio that's live, I still have 4% sitting. Actually, hold on. That's out of range too. 3%. Longest thing, 13 days. Able to trade without it going stupid. As we hold more revenue, we'll be able to have longer stems of positions and higher spans of positions. I'm getting ready to increase all my position sizes as far as just the grid lines to 40. This way I'm not even touching the grid bot anymore. If I can get it in for 40, I'm going to start getting all these grid lines from 20 to 40. Right? So you can see having these bots running, link in the description for the training course, is helping earn revenue because I am part of the trading scenario. I am losing some trades and I'm winning trades, right? So if I click on this, you see I'm buying, and I have 17 transactions. That means some of these trades were losers if I only have a profit of 6 cents, right? Some of these trades lost, or I'm holding bags. So you've got to see that over time is how you'll build your money with this. Now, automated market makers, that whole mathematical money thing is just other people's money flipping on other people. Are they actually being liquidity, or is it just a calculation on liquidity for liquidity's sake? That's kind of where all this weirdo super math is just weirdo super math right now. So we have to see how we get past these automated, like how this market provides over time, or is like, can the market continue to survive the session that it's in right now? And that's going to be a good telling thing if the industry, as far as the DeFi markets, can continue to keep cranking out percentages when the market continues to hold or stay flat or drop in significant level bands as it has done. So, but this has been a good test for DeFi. This is an amazing test for DeFi. Publicly listed Chinese mining firm has already sent Bitcoin miners to Kazakhstan. So, what did I tell you? Miners are moving. They're moving. SEC looks to implement new crypto regulations. Yeah, they're going to try. Yeah, we understand it. Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Hackathon challenges developers to build killer blockchain apps using JavaScript. I told y'all. It's only a matter of time when the web has to keep being the web. We can try to be cute and clamorous and try to keep trying to reprogram around things that are already running the web. Unless you're coming up with something better that's there and faster than the base layer, it doesn't make sense. And this is going to be the center of my studies. JavaScript, no JavaScript. JavaScript in a whole is the programming language of the web, has been the programming language of the web. HTML, JavaScript. The base first two things that got the web rolling. You don't think that that's going to be the base two things that should be getting the blockchain space rolling? They need to stop being stupid out here. Right? Okay, so here is what's the crackdown that's happening now, right? Like I told you with China. They want to make sure they're getting as much money as possible before the run-up. Plus, they're in play to get their digital yuan rolling. 3,000 ATMs went out in the last week. So they already got their 3,000 ATMs rolling out. They're trying to do a digital yuan. They're trying to get past the digital dollar and past the dollar in as whole. And we don't even have a digital dollar yet. right? So they're trying to get past the digital dollar before the digital dollar. And in that, they'll put some type of mining situation going on, and they're going to want their crypto miners to be mining that in the country. And they're going to hope that as their currency supersedes everything else and everybody else starts mining their currency, that they can surpass and be the world currency. Nah, stupid. That's not happening. So what China did was the China central bank ordered the institutions to block any transactions on the bank. So how do you get your money out of crypto? You have to go to an exchange that's connected to some type of bank account, because you need to be able to swipe that card at some place to pay for things. Period. So if you look at the hustle that they're playing, stop playing. They're just locking down the bank. They're like, no, you can't cash out, pimpin'. No, playboy, where you gonna cash to? You got to take it out of the country or do some type of washing and flipping to get that. You got to do laundering to get your money. So that's what they're doing. They're setting up a trap. So now everybody who had miners in their homes or side miner projects, they're all shutting them down. You're going to start noticing in the news GPU prices are dropping. You're going to start noticing on eBay hardware is getting sold. But that's the jugs. That's first wave shutdown. We've got two pumps coming. If you missed it, I already called these shots today of when in the future Bitcoin's gonna dip again. Because I already called this one last week, right? Y'all were here for that if you go into videos from last week. I called this dip. I said that in this zone, right in this zone, I'm expecting another significant drop before we have a quick shoot up. Then another drop before we have another quick shoot up. And then we'll have a November dip. And then there'll be the subsequent third week of December dip. So the game is afoot. The dip before the run. This is news. What did I just chart? The dip before the run? Hold on. Let's see when they say it's going to happen, right? Let's look at that. Let's look at that news. What are they saying? The dip before the run, why we're headed to 250,000. Y'all know we said 100,000 is my call. 173,000. I'll say even 150,000. I'll get the math in. Let's see. Let's scroll down. They're going off the halvening epochs. So they're doing it off the halvening, which is smart. This is what I played against. The halvening, if you don't know, Bitcoin halvens every X amount of years. The next halvening is 2024. We just had one back last year. After the halvenings, we get a supreme bull run the year after the halvening. I.e., we just had the halvening last year. The halvening's over a year old. We're getting ready to do the subsequent run-up. So when do they say we're going to have a dip before the run, right? So, crypto markets, bearish news verdict. 6 months, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. It's likely to peak. Okay, hold on. Here we go. The chart above, the blue dotted line represents Bitcoin's performance as it follows, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they're trying to do it that way, right? And then they're saying that it's, all right, likely to peak somewhere around the middle of October, perhaps November, when Taproot activates. November is when it's going to be the peak, right? I'm going back to 2017 for those of you that can't see the chart. December. What do you see right here? Right? December. Actually, it's December is the peak. They want to say November is the peak. No, that's not going to be the peak. December is going to be the peak. Just like it was in 2017. The first week of December. And then what do we say? Bang. 13th is going to drop. We're expecting then that there is going to be my peak, right? If I'm doing it by the week, there's my peak, there's my drop. I'm going to have a November dip as well. So, yeah, we're on the same page, kind Uh, See, graphics cards prices begin to decline. Exactly what we're talking about. I've seen that news. So again, hardware is now coming out cheaper because mining hash rates. It's not as you're not getting as much money for the hash. Hash rates are dropping. MicroStrategy now owns over 100,000 bitcoins worth more than 3 billion after latest purchase. I don't know how I can say any stronger how manipulated this market is. That something like this, imagine somebody told you that you had a currency, right? And you only had 21 million of the currency. And then somebody sat there and just put $3 billion to buy up your currency. Do you think your market should go up or down? Do you see how the game is afoot? How they throw the news? They threw all this good news going on, and it's mirrored and smokescreen underneath all the scare. Things like this have no effect, and they're doing it on purpose. China's third largest bank rugs, or basically pulls the rug from under BTC. 5 things you should watch. Yeah, by saying you can't cash out now. Your money's locked on. If you're in China and the only way you could cash out was to go to an exchange, well, now you don't. What did I tell you? What did we talk about? China wants you to go to a physical place in person and buy Bitcoin. Period. That is how their life is going to be. So we can't look at how our lives are. That's how their life's going to be. So all of this shakeup is because they're setting up to lock down their citizenship and keep them restricted on how they can make money. If you're owning the most expensive asset on the planet, you're going to think they're going to let you keep that? Or be able to just do that on your own? Nah. Best believe if our banks could stop it, they would. But they got in too late to understand it. Bitcoin is on worth studying. So we did this yesterday. So I'm gonna go look and see what our AI has found. Hedge Eye predicts Bitcoin at $1 million. Yeah, I say Bitcoin at $1 million. I don't know if it's gonna be next cycle. It might be the cycle after next. Right? So next cycle we might get let's say we get $100,000 Bitcoin this cycle. We get a $500,000 Bitcoin after the 2024 to 2027 cycle. Right? 2024 is the next halvening. 2027 is then the full run. So the next cycle will be and that's also when Cardano will do better is next cycle. So I would be getting it this cycle because it goes to 10, and the next cycle we'll see if it plays like Ethereum. Ethereum was at I think the $1,000 mark in the last cycle. So that's what you'll have to look at. So I don't know if it's going to be any time soon that we're going to see the $1 million Bitcoin. It might be at least another 5 to 7 years before we see that. I'm not going to put that because that's speculation. We already got this. Bitcoin is wildly undervalued. Look at this. Wildly undervalued. Absolutely is. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. There can only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. 18.5 million Bitcoins already been mined. 6 million Bitcoin is locked in wallets as of 2016. 900 Bitcoin is mined every day. The last Bitcoin is going to be minted 2140, which is 118 years from now. So, do you think we have a scarce asset in our hands? Yeah. Do you think they want that scarce asset out of your hands? Hell yeah. They ain't playing with us. Will Ethereum 2.0 threaten the rise of Cardano? No. No. You see, and Cardano, I'm telling y'all, this Cardano play is sick. You're welcome. Sub 30K Bitcoin. 28. Yep, we kept saying that. 28. This is still accumulation zone for some people if that's what you want to do. SEC looks to implement new crypto regulations. Yeah, we know. Good luck. Is Bitcoin in a bear market? No, I don't believe we are. Commercial use cases. Hold on, let's see what this new technology is. NFTs points out major news outlet CNN just announced they're entering the NFT marketplace. Yeah, everybody wants to sell their own private assets now on chain. I don't think these people understand that every digital thing you have will be monetizable. Every clip you want to own. What if you can own the clips of certain sound bites before anybody else? Like, think about it this way. What if you could take news clips and people had to license them to be able to stream them from their site? Do you see where we're heading to? Okay, I just want y'all to understand what's coming. So you'll be paying, like, you want to have multiple clips in your thing. We're gonna have a way to handle the transaction of news items. Financial advisor Rick Edelman sees tremendous investment opportunities in Bitcoin. Every portfolio manager is going to be saying that now. Oh, yeah, this is a great time to get into Bitcoin. Yeah, they're going to jump right in while they're shaking all of us out of our pockets. This crypto project amounts for half of all U.S. regulator penalties since 2009. Blockchain, let's see. Bitcoins. Oh, they're just talking about cryptocurrency is causing people to lose money. Half of all regulated penalties. Yeah, it's just everybody wants to. The thing is that what the news article's talking about is everybody's getting. They're gonna lose. They're losing their money, right? They're losing their money because they think every crap coin that somebody tells them about is gonna blow up like the last crap coin they just saw blow up. Nobody's looking for practicality because it's not fast. And then when they start getting, when they're like, oh, I want to buy practicality, they're buying it when it's already high. And then when the market crashes because they bought it the wrong time, then all of a sudden they're always going to be behind the trade because they don't want to wait for the trade. They want instant gratification. That doesn't work with investments. I have investments that have been like in the regular stock market. I have investments that I've been waiting on 7 years to pop, and they still ain't popped yet, and probably never will. That's what you got to deal with. If you buy for the long haul because you think you believe in the company, but the company falls on their promises. So we're going to be dealing with the fact that they're going to try to regulate something that's decentralized already. So how do you regulate? The only way they can regulate you is where you get your money out of. And again, that'll be the exchanges. That's why they're locking down the exchange. Same thing that's happening in China is happening here too. In a different way. That's what KYC, know your client type beats is. Amount of Bitcoin in global crypto funds falling amid crypto cash. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to that. That's BS. No. Booyah. That's bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Nobody's selling their Bitcoin off. Everybody's buying it. We just read an article that somebody just bought $3 billion worth of Bitcoin. Or $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Stop it. Stop playing. U.S. government auctions off Litecoin and Bitcoin's cash seized from tax evader. That's how they're going to make their money. They're going to be making their money. See, they're making their money. Y'all don't get it. They get it. Here's how Bitcoin can survive the death cross. I don't know none of this. I don't care about none of that spooky back-end trade analysis BS. We're looking at manipulation. I'm not looking at trend analysis during manipulation makes no sense. That's why you see me skipping certain things. Is because you can't use trend analysis when the market is being manipulated, because all of that is death cross and this cross and the news is it's all news, and it's a manipulator on the back end with 10K or $300 million worth of Bitcoin playing the market. So how can I use trade analysis or trend analysis or technical analysis when I've got manipulators manipulating the market, silently accumulating while they use their big wallets to dump on the market? Stop playing. I can't use that. So that's why I'm deleting crap with that says this cross and technical analysis says and this is what. No, we can't play that. What we're playing is I called a shot, the shot fell. I'm calling more shots. We're waiting to see if they fall. If they don't, yay. Hey, I was wrong, guys. But right now, so far, Morgan Stanley, Charles Hudson, drivers. I think some of these I already read. Yeah, okay, so all of these we read. Trader Jason Pizzino is targeting this key level for altcoins. No, that's speculation, so I'm not going to deal with speculation. U.S. government is auctioning 377,000 worth of Bitcoin and Litecoin. We just talked about that. We know that. Ethereum clear front runner in crypto adoption. Yes. Ethereum is going to be a clear adoption winner for this cycle. Ethereum is the golden child for this cycle. Especially with everything that's getting ready to launch. Remember, the 30th of this month, we have big news starting to come out. And then we have the July 4th dip that's going to curve all that crap off. Then we're going to have that July 12th run up. In fact, let's see if there's any news around the 12th of July that will support us. So we're going to say about the 10th of July, we're looking for news. All right, let's do that. Let's sort our date and say we want anything from the 10th of July onwards, right? Hit search. 31st of July. August. 14th of July. 20. Hold on, let's go not that far. I want to actually just concentrate on this just 2 weeks. And let's just see what's going on. Draco. Okay, so crypto.com is doing something. Ethereum Classic is doing something. Polka Dex, okay. Pancake Tools. I don't see anything major. Okay, I don't really see anything major during that week. So it's gotta be coming in earlier than that, right? Hold on. Let me do it actually from the 5th of July for 2 weeks after that, right? Let's look at that. So 14, 15. The 7th, we have the network. Okay, Ethereum Classic has an upgrade on the 7th. Fetch AI, Aurora, Polkadex. All right, I don't see anything crazy that's going to blow this thing up after the big announcements. When is our next run up, right? Let's look at something. I'm trying to right now balance news. So I said 19th of July, we're going to have a run up. August, right? So we really need to look at then, since we're going to have another dip in September, let's look at July 19th to September 6th. Because that's going to be significant. Wait, you know what? No. Let's look at September 27th. Because let's look at September 13th to November 8th. September 13th to November 8th, because that's going to be our biggest jump. September 13th to November 8th. September 10th, a little earlier, to November, and we'll just say 14th. All right, let's see what we got. Cardano smart contract launch. That's going to definitely surge the market. Okay, that's the gameplay then. Yeah. So September, we see that's where that's going to cause the spike. Do you notice what I just did? So I want y'all to see how I played a position, right? I sat here and I just did, okay, I know I have a spike in this zone, right? What's going to lead that spike from this zone to this zone? From here to here, what's going to lead a spike until this drop? So from here, when are we going to get the spike? And what's going to cause this spike if we're going to get a spike, right? So we now know this spike is going to be caused by some really serious players in this field. Neo, Cardano, staking derivatives, Cosmos, yeah. Mainnet for Thorchain launches, come on, man, yeah. No. Refinance, Telcoin is doing an app. September is gonna be huge. Yeah, we're definitely getting. When people see, this is what I mean when you say you can't listen to the news, right? See what I mean? They'll tell you the bull run's over. Oh, is the bull run over? I just showed you why this spike's gonna happen. Now let's prove this spike. We've got July 12th to September 6th. July 12th to September 6th. July 12th through September 6th. Let me get the calendar. July 12th. July 12th. Oh, let me take a screenshot of this, because I don't want to have to do this again. So I want to have this right here. Print screen. In fact, just do this. It'll just give me the full copy. Give me a second. Let me let my robot get this real fast. Got it. All right. And July, what did I say? July 12th. July 12th there to September 13th. July 12th, September 13th. July 12th, September 13th. Okay, July, let's go back. July 12th, so we'll go a little early to September 13th, and we'll just go to the 19th. Okay, hit search, and let's see if we can see what's coming up here. Come on. July 31st, we've got that Polkadot token minting. Chainlink is getting the smart contract summit, so that's going to be a big thing. Kucoin is releasing something. I might actually liquidate their market. Rewards are happening on Helium. That's token vaccine. What? Oh, vaccine passport? Really? Interesting. Happening over here. Zcash is doing update on Zcash. That's Zcash is a privacy coin, right? Isn't Zcash a privacy coin? Zcash search. Privacy, yep. That's a privacy coin launching. Right before the big run, huh? Yeah, buddy. I see it. Okay, so yeah, we've got slight validation for the pump. Nothing major is happening, which then why it's not going to be the biggest news. The biggest news is going to cause the biggest surge in our markets right there. And we have that news. Let me go ahead and get a screenshot of this one too, so that we lock down why this is going to be what it's going to be, right? Right. We get it. So we're going to have a screenshot of that. Got it. All right. So also I want to check out Some things I want you to see in business, I think. Let me make sure. Yes, there is. Ba 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 ba. I told you about this. I told you 4 days ago. Well, look at this, right? The ATMs in China, the death of car ownership. There's car subscription services are going to start taking off. So, car subscription, basically, you're thinking about, I don't want my car anymore. I'm going to rent a car and basically pay for a subscription to own or have a car. Soon, the car will just come to your house, and you'll just, whenever you want a car, you just have a car be there. And whenever you don't need the car, you send the car back. And you'll just pay micro payments for all of that. What's going to happen to car dealers and car dealerships when they don't need humans there? Do you see how every industry, I can just, like, every week I'm showing you an industry that's going to automate out of existence? We're going to be sitting there going, remember the time when you used to get a car, you used to go to a dealership and actually talk to somebody? Rather than just have a car show up for you to test drive at your door. Oh, I like this car. Boom, it'll be here in 20 minutes for your test drive. Yeah. Them type beats. What do you think is going to be running that on the back end? What technology do you think is going to do that? You think the regular internet's going to be handling things like that? No. So I say in business, we keep an eye on business. I keep an eye on business because I'm also showing you how blockchain is affecting business without it being about blockchain. But I know the underlying tech that's going to be needed for this stuff to really function. It can't function in the current architecture. Alibaba has invented the supermarket of the future. Yeah. Kiosks. Multiple kiosks. Go in, buy it. Done. Stop playing. Ray Dalio says Fed can't tighten without having big negative effects on the market. This is inflation rates. The Fed keeps saying that, oh, we're going to raise inflation in 2022 or 2023, right? No. You do that and the market goes bye-bye. You don't want the market to go bye-bye. You've tried this already, but they keep playing the same game. They know they have to play their market, and they keep shutting their market down. Manipulation is also from the SEC. Or from any of these other companies. The Fed, right? The Fed is manipulator of the market too. Their job is to manipulate the markets. They say it. Our job is to control the markets. Well, they do that with fiscal spending. Whether or not they spend or withhold spending, or whether or not they raise interest or lower interest rates. But Ray is right. You can't do any of that. You can't. The minute they sprinkle it in, they already know that they are trapped in a Ponzi scheme they can't get out of. Our entire economy is based off of work that is getting automated out of existence. Let's just put it at that. Has been the problem. That's been the problem for the last 10 years. That only got exacerbated because of Rona. So, yeah. What other industry is there, huh? Check this out. Toyota trains its robot to wipe down tables while taking selfies. I told you. You are dealing with a robotic engineer who's been doing it in the office space for the last 15, 20 years. And now that is becoming widely known. And the office space don't need people anymore. They never did. I proved it by working for Canon. I did the job of a whole Washington agency that took 3 months to do. I did their job, which was one catalog, and I could do it in 72 hours when I got done with my system. You give me a spreadsheet, you got a pretty book with pictures and descriptions and everything in 72 hours. And I took on 40 other projects monthly. Had to make 40 catalogs. Or I want 40. I had 40 catalogs. I'd end up updating, say, anywhere between 10 to 20 of them a month. because there'll be multiple regions, multiple agencies that even though we had the account, it'll be multiple accounts underneath that account. So I'd have multiple catalogs underneath that account, but it's still one account. So now we're saying, oh, if you don't want to work in the restaurant, well, I got somebody that will. Oh, you don't want to cook in the kitchen, I got somebody that will. Don't want to make deliveries, they got deliveries drones that will. Whether it be roaming ones, driving ones, or a system of trucks dropping them off in neighborhoods, or food trucks showing up at your door with hot food ready for you, being prepared on the way to your house. We're going to have a new world. You're just going to have to understand how you fit in the infrastructure of it. The infrastructure, the data side of this play. When I say data is the new oil, where is your job? If the robot's doing it. Well, the robot has data that is running into systems. Are you in control? Are you monitoring? Are you maintaining it? Are you a system administrator? Do you mine it? Do you validate? Do you code for? Are you a developer on? Do you see what I'm saying? So don't look at crypto as all these other idiots. Look at it as that's the infrastructure for the decentralized Internet of Things. Things need to pay their own way. This thing will pay its own way. Blockchain affords it that remotely. But I wanted you to see that in business, it's infiltrating. Heavy. What else we've got? Food tech. I think that I just put that in there. I don't think I have any other major food tech news. No, AI robots. We already talked about that before. Let's look at real estate. See if there's anything inside real estate. No, same what we've had before, which was that 8 million households are getting ready to face foreclosure and eviction. So how do we have a good economy? Machine learning. Yeah, there's some new stuff in here I want to show y'all. Yes. Tesla unveils its new supercomputer, fifth most powerful in the world. So he wants to, and is training it how to drive. So that way it can get past all the drivers on the road, because the data that's on the road is probably corrupting. So what they're going to do is most likely have one set of data of all the cars that are going on the road, have a fleet of system of pristine drivers, and then map that to how they should act against how they are acting in real world studies. And then that way they map it together and get better scenarios. So now they can actually potentially have virtual accident prevention through the models that they end up developing here, that are not based in real world models, but models that are more apt to configuring how to work with the real world model. How do we live in the world that looks like that other model, right? So that was the only one in AI, and I think in energy, because I do look at that. New metals, lithium batteries are a problem. China's got a new fusion reactor. So yeah, that could be why they also want to change up how they do their mining. Get these new people running with their own new power. Hydrogen paste. Yeah, so is there anything in trading? No. All right. So yeah, there's no major stuff there. I will look at tech here and see what the AI sees in tech. Most likely a lot of single board computer stuff, because that's what I'm really focusing on. Smaller machines, yeah. And then let's see what's going on in business. Oof. Hold on. European Central Bank said its governing council has made good progress in talks on the biggest overhaul of the institution's monetary policy in almost 2 decades. I don't think they have a choice. Do you? The entire governing council met on this weekend since the outbreak of the pandemic. Yeah, they have to, because they're talking crazy talk. They think they're going to survive internet monetary policy when the monetary is digital and we don't need you. You don't put servers out here. See, they could manipulate the market by manipulating all the other things that made what was important to finance important. But now we're going into tech and whether or not your tech does things we need done. And since you're just talking about monetary crap and political crap, it doesn't really structurally matter when we need functionality. See, Ethereum is functional. Cardano will be functional come September. Really functional. All these Polygon, Matic, Chainlink, these are functional businesses and code. They will have more money than most countries. So then you got to look at them as countries into their own right. We're going to have to reevaluate what economies are and what countries are, because countries are just systems of economy, and a video game could be that in the future. An entire system of economy that's higher than the US dollar. In-store shopping is on the rise. Yeah, we'll see how long that rolls out. People are just tired of being home. But when they go back out in the streets and see nothing has changed and there's still more better stuff to get online shipped to their homes, I mean, the buy from home scenario is already taking effect. It's become a habit to people who weren't buying online. So yeah, there'll be some transit into, but we see people quitting every day, left and right. I quit. How many businesses are still shutting down? I had a business down the street shut down that we were surprised shut down. Just out of the blue, shut down. So, and that's in food industries, that's in other markets. We're just noticing companies are still closing up. So I don't know what they're talking about. These are the highest paid side hustles on Fiverr. This is the business. And they're already talking about you need to go make money on a freelance market, which is another way you can make money for your crypto. Go on Fiverr and offer your services in something, or go to freelancer.com and offer your services. See? Yep, see, they're even saying it. The Fed's latest policy decision will prop up stocks through 2021, but it may be a misstep for the central bank. Will provide ample liquidity to stocks. Basically, we're going to keep throwing money at you for the rest of 2021. We're going to keep giving you liquidity, money, through 2021. We'll keep buying your crappy ass bonds and shit like that. Hold off tapering asset purchases until next year. And some investors believe that holding off on tapering, like holding off on let's stop spending, will overheat the economy and let inflation run too hot. If I were them, I would have started tapering today. I would have started last year. But they can't. They can't not print money. They can't keep printing. They can't stop the money printers. Mortgage rates are shooting higher. Trap. Office workers don't want to return. Of course not. When was this? 5 days ago? No, they said they didn't do it. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit this and mark off everything else below it is red. See if anything new comes up. It's all old stuff, right? 5 days, 10 days. Yeah. Yeah. 5 days, 12 days. 17 days. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. We know where the market is. We've already marked out some dips. I can see where I'm gonna be doing, what I'm gonna be doing with my business. So what do we know? Crypto miners are leaving, coming to potentially other regions. Some of them might come to the United States. We know mining is gonna get big here. We know that we have a dip. We know we have some runs getting ready to happen. We are already bouncing back to the weekly from where we were, so people have bought it right back up, showing the market doesn't like 28. But they still got in cheap over the day. They still got in cheap. So I've got some purchases, man, because I'm missing some good sales right now. Even though I do know we still got one more play. So you know what? I'll wait. We still got one more play. And I know they're going to play it. So I'm going to wait. I'm all right with it. I already know this one played. I know this one's coming before we have a run up. So I will look to see what's going to happen this weekend and grab some this weekend when it happens. I'll be selling off some things to be able to get in, but that alert is me knowing I got to go. So everyone, thank you so much. I know these videos are longer than expected, but I've got to think these things out and make my plays, and hopefully these things help you be calm through these markets, because you're hearing me. I've got skin in the game. I'm looking at it just the same way as you're looking at it. I'm seeing the news, but like I said, because this is my second season, I know what they're doing. I get it. But I also understand one fundamental truth. My mantra stands true. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. 18.5 is gone. 6 million is locked away in wallets they'll never be able to open. The last Bitcoin is mined in 2140. 900 Bitcoin is minted a day. We have the single scarcest asset on the planet, and people have said this is the newest asset class in 120 something years. So why are you going to give up your newest asset class to these vultures? Don't do that. And please be safe out on these streets. This is J. Tragic Jeffrey for ToxicThoughts.